Lisa Engles, your mental makeover coach, and we're in the third video here of this series where we've been talking about this idea of questioning our beliefs. And I had given you the challenge to begin questioning one belief per week in a few different areas of your life. And then in our next video, in our last video, we talked about this idea of how we've been pretending to ignore, or we've been pretending that our reality is something different than it is. And I gave you a series of questions with a download to begin asking yourself some questions, to put your problems and your issues on center stage so that you can begin dealing with them. Okay, if you haven't watched those two videos, go ahead and go back and watch those, because this one isn't going to make much sense unless you watch those other two videos. But let's move on with today, because what I want to talk about in this video is how we begin to find our limiting beliefs. Now, this is a huge subject, and I'm only going to talk about this for a few minutes. Again, I'll have a download for you available with this, so let me just go over the concepts and then you can download the PDF that goes along with this video. But the truth is that limiting beliefs are not always obvious. In fact, they're almost never obvious, and they're fairly tricky to find if you don't know how to look for them. I mean, if they were easy to find and define, we wouldn't have any limiting beliefs. So it wouldn't be a problem at all. But that's not the case with pretty much the majority of us, including myself. So what we need to do when we're talking about limiting beliefs is to begin looking for the symptoms of limiting beliefs. The symptoms of limiting beliefs are our clues, okay? Some of those clues and the symptoms are things like excuses, destructive, self-destructive behaviors, negative habits, and anything that you might be doing in your life that is actually interfering with you achieving what it is that you want to achieve or getting to your goal. Okay, so once you've done that, you've discovered your symptom, you need to identify it. So you're going to identify that excuse, that behavior, that habit pattern that you can benefit from fixing. All right, so then what you're going to do is to ask yourself two questions. Once you've identified that, you're going to ask yourself two questions. The first question is why, and the second question is what would I need to believe in order for this to make sense? So I'm going to give you an example right now, okay? And since I've been in the realm of health and fitness my entire career, it's easy for me to use a health and fitness related type of example. But let me just preface that with, you can use this for anything, okay? So I'm just gonna use a health and fitness example. Here's the example. Maybe you or someone you know has the habit of buying a lot of videos or gimmicky types of workout equipment or videos. They go to the infomercials and buy all those gimmicks out there on the infomercials. Or maybe you or someone you know signs up all the time for the hottest, trendiest workout classes. Okay, now that would be a bad habit if you're spending a lot of money and not getting any results. You're spending all this money on fitness equipment or fitness classes, but not getting any results. Okay, so that's what we're going to question here. You have this habit of buying all these things, purchasing these programs, but not getting any results. You have bought a lot, it has been your result, but you haven't lost the weight that you've wanted to lose. So the first question would be why? Why do I tend to buy into all of these gimmicks? And maybe your answer is because it'll help me lose the weight that I've been wanting to lose for all those years. I just need to get this one thing. Okay, so you might ask again, you know, why do you think you need this one thing? And maybe the answer is something like, well, this one thing is the magic bullet. It's the thing that's going to help me. That's what the infomercial says. It says it will help me lose my belly fat. It'll make my biceps and my legs look great, and I'll get the Brazilian butt, and I'll get the guns that I want, you know. So whatever it is that you think, okay? So you ask why. The next question after that is, what would I need to believe in order for this bad habit or for this belief to make sense? And maybe the answer to that question would be, well, I would need to believe that I'm gonna lose weight, or that I'm gonna get my Brazilian butt lift, or I'm gonna get my great guns if I buy this one program, okay? If I find that right program. And that's it. You just break it down, and when you deconstruct, you begin deconstructing your habits and your excuses and your negative habits. In this way, you're gonna uncover what your limiting belief is. So I know that was a little bit long, but I had to give you an example, a total example, so you get the idea. I just want to give you the idea. You're gonna have the download beneath this video. Print out the download, and I want you to go through this process yourself. If you don't do the work, you're not gonna make any progress. So get real, do the work, download the printable here, and I'll see you in our final video in this series.